Hello everyone, this is Shilpi and welcome back to our YouTube channel Shilpis Academy. We are teaching CA, CS, CMA students and giving a lot of motivation and tips for your exams. Today's topic is, ma'am, whatever we are studying, we forget. Okay. How do we retain the concepts what we are studying for a long time? So this is the topic for today. The first thing you need to understand, if you keep mugging up, if you just keep mugging up everything and just putting it down on the paper, you can never remember it long enough. Today you mugged up, tomorrow you wrote, after 10 days you will forget it. That is the truth for life. So how to make sure that you are able to retain these concepts, what you are learning till the time of your exams, or at least for a much longer time than that also. So let's understand that. First of all, if you want to retain the concept, you have to understand the concept. If you want to retain the concept, you need to understand it, because without understanding, if you just learn it up, read it up, put it down on the paper, you will never remember it for long. And how do you understand the concept also? It's not just about understanding what is written, it's also about trying to understand the practical examples from it. Like, say for example, why did this act come into the picture? Why are we doing this? Then what situation would have happened that it influenced this? How is this theory which I'm reading now, that is the act or the section which I'm reading now, how is it applicable in real life? How is it applicable in practical situations? If you correlate this with a lot of practical situations, you will always remember that concept much better. Correct? Now, this relating with the practical examples is best done by your faculties. Whoever is your teacher, most of the good teachers always give a lot of practical examples. This helps a lot in remembering what you are studying. The first thing is you should understand the concept. Second thing is how much well you understood, how much ever you read. If you did not write it down, you are bound to. I always encourage students to have their notes book for separate subjects, especially for subjects like company law, tax, jurisprudence. They always carry a separate notes book and they take down the notes properly. And they use a variety of 2-3 colors, highlighters, markers while taking down the notes. It really helps when you take down the notes in your own handwriting. One day before the exam, that gives you a lot of peace. The next point is, it's not just about only understanding it, reading it, learning it, and writing it. No, it's not enough. You have to practice that concept. How will you practice the concept? Of course, by giving test papers. Practical concepts, what concepts you've understood, if you practice sums on that, it will get ingrained into your heads. And with theoretical concept, if you see application based questions and you try to write the answer and then check it with your guideline answers, you are always sure that you will be doing well, because you have understood the concept, related it to practical life examples, made notes about it, and also practiced it. The next point is your connecting the dots via visualization. Why this happened? Okay, because of this, this happened. Due to this, this had to happen. So when you connect the sections, when you connect the dots between the sections, using your visualization techniques, you will remember it much more better. Like, say for example, okay, the director has to be appointed, so he will always need a DIN number. So this is how we apply for the DIN. After that, it will be allotted. These are the services which he cannot do. Use visualization. Imagine yourself as a director. If you are a director in a company, you cannot do all these things. If you are an auditor of a company, you cannot render these services. You can't do bookkeeping of a company. So imagine yourself doing all that. That if you are doing bookkeeping in a company, they can't appoint you as an auditor. You cannot give you cannot do financial planning for that company. These things you have to imagine using the visual techniques. Next is, there's a saying, what is the best way to remember the concept? First thing is reading. Second thing is seeing visuals about it. But not everywhere it is possible that you see PPTs or visuals or use some audios to it. The best way is that whatever concepts you find specially difficult, teach it to your friend, teach it to someone. If you don't have anyone else to teach it with, the best thing is stand in front of the mirror and teach it to yourself. When you read something to teach someone else, you will always remember that concept. As a student, when you are studying just to write it down on the paper, you will not be able to remember the concept very well. But if you are studying so that you can teach it to someone, they can ask you hundreds of questions back, you will understand that in a much better way. So, the last but not the least point is teach the important concept so that you can always remember and retain it. Use this tip and let me know if you were able to retain the concepts or not. If you are liking our videos, do hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Thank you.